Hi and welcome to another video with Explore the Outdoor. Today I travel all the way to Whitby, which is in North Yorkshire. There are many places to park within Whitby, but today I decided to park over the west side near the West Cliff area. From this point you can get spectacular views of Whitby, but I was very disappointed with Whitby Town Council as half the parking machines didn't accept card or either weren't working properly. Luckily, the pavilion parking on this side of the cliff is payable via Ringo, so I was able to use my app and pay for my parking there. Parking can be very expensive at Whitby as you need at least 6 hours to spend the full day there and enjoy all the facilities. There's also plenty of other parking towards the harbour side of Whitby, which I will show you a bit later on. So, on my Saltburn video I showed you the paragliders. I was so lucky at parking up at Whitby I was able to see these guys taking off and sailing into the wind. What a fantastic adrenaline rush this would be, even though I don't think I would dare have a go. On the West Cliff part of Whitby there is many things to do, including this crazy golf course which looks rather cool. Surprisingly, it wasn't that busy today when I viewed it. I have actually been here before with my two kids and it really is quite fun, and you can win a free game at the end. There's also plenty of gift shops and ice cream shops along the top, everything to cater for your needs. This open air pool no doubt will be full in the summertime for all the kids and adults to enjoy. I also noticed next to the toilet facilities was this cool skate and bike park for the kids. The views really are spectacular, as you can see the pier that heads out of Whitby Harbour, and also as I pan round you can see the Whitby Abbey on the top of the cliffs. It really is impressive. The famous Royal Hotel is such a huge hotel, but that sits at the top of the West Cliff parking area. Also, a very iconic part of Whitby is these whale bones. I've seen these in many a picture on Facebook and also on other social media sites. Also sitting at the top of the cliff is a very proud statue of Captain James Cook himself. It was time for me to head down the stairs and go and explore the promenade area of Whitby. Also, my plan is to visit the Abbey in the distance there, even though I know it will be closed when I get there, but you can still see the ruins. I also noticed this Whitby tour bus, open top. It might be good in the warmer weather, so always think about that when you get to Whitby and you can explore Whitby on the open top bus. So before I entered the pier I had a look along the promenade area, and there was of course fish and chip shops on the left and this small arcade area for kids to have a go on some rides and have some fun basically. Again, there is many places along this area where you can sit, have a meal or have a drink on the nice seating area. I can imagine in the summer this place will be absolutely rammed. I think this little fella wanted to be on the camera as he kept following me around and is actually in the next frame as well. These steps go down onto the beach, so quite an easy access to have a fun day on the beach when the warm weather comes. Also plenty of seating areas again if you want to come back up and have a quick drink. And again, I mentioned that little seagull fella. He was quite thirsty because he decided to have a drink out the dog bowl. It was time to head off along the pier. I've sped the footage up as it takes quite a while and I had to dodge a lot of traffic and oncoming people. As I got towards the end, it was getting quite blustery, but the views were very rewarding, as you will soon see. I hope nobody suffers from seasickness by watching this boat struggle in the harbour winds. Like I said, the views from the end of this pier are very rewarding, and Whitby probably has one of the most scenic coastlines out of all the places I've been so far. As I ventured along the pier, the seagull population increased in size. I think they were waiting for people with fish and chips ready to attack. There is clear signs all around that you do not encourage this or feed the seagulls whatsoever. I think you can actually get fined if you get caught. I think this is where the tour bus might start or end, but I don't know, it's probably best checking it out on the internet. There's toilets facilities here that will cost you 40 pence to use. You can use cash or contactless card. So, heading away from the pier and towards the town centre a little bit, there's some more shops and also arcades, ice cream shops and restaurants along this area. The one thing Whitby has a lot of is sweet shops, probably a dentist's nightmare, but you will see some more sweet shops in the videos coming up. Here is the very famous fish and chip shop in Whitby called the Magpie Cafe. Normally the queues are out the door. There is a takeaway place on the right there, but it is a very popular and nice fish and chip shop. As I passed this place, I saw the signs for donuts. Whitby donuts are the best. Why not? I decided to treat myself and took a few home as well. Of course, Whitby is very famous for Count Dracula, as Bram Stoker actually wrote the book while he was staying there. This walk-through Dracula experience is not for the faint-hearted, and there's warning signs about what you should expect before you go in. Whitby is a great place to go crabbing, and I know there is some videos on my children's YouTube channel, Finley and Ella Show. Obviously today there wasn't that many people crabbing there, just a few, but this is normally the hot spot where people tend to do a lot of the crabbing. Of course, at the harbour area there is plenty to do, daily boat trips as well. That'll be really good in the summer when it's not too cold out at sea. But saying that, I suppose any weather you'll probably enjoy it. It's hard to believe that this used to be the old NatWest Bank in Whitby, but now it's Papa's Fish and Chips, and actually quite a nice fish and chip shop. You can see how much actual fishing goes on in Whitby with all these crab and lobster pots as well. It's truly a heart of the income for Whitby. Just behind this is the fantastic ship called the Endeavour. Obviously it's a remake of the ship, but you can go on there and explore the ship. You can go on for free if you're having a drink at the bar, but you will need to pay if you wanted to take the tour around the museum part. I've put a link on the descriptions for this. With Whitby being an old port seaside town, these alleyways are all over the place, and I couldn't help but go down one and wondered what mischief had been gotten up to here over the years from smugglers, villains, pirates, all that sort of thing. It's quite interesting really to realise and know who has actually walked down here over the years. This place actually takes you into the main street where there is lots of high street shops, bars and again restaurants. It was time to head over the swing bridge. Normally during busy times this swing bridge is closed to cars, so you will have to be careful when it's not, as cars can come across either way. As soon as you cross the bridge, again on your right, you were met by another alleyway with some more gift shops and bars and restaurants, so quite a bit to do. This alleyway leads you to the market square, and again left and right there's more shops. More jewellery shops in fact, because Whitby is well known for its stone, black stone Whitby jet, which you can get from the cliffs. But I wouldn't recommend it unless you knew exactly what you were looking for and had the right safe tools and guidance and help. Again, another very popular sweet shop on my left there. Been in this one many times before, and you can get some really nice bonbons in here. This leads you into the Whitby Market Square now, as it looks as though there was lots of trading going on today, but as I arrived a bit later in the day, it was all time for them to pack up. Every seaside town I've been to has an art shop, and these art paintings in here were really spectacular. I could spend all day looking at the pictures and spend a fortune if I had it. I think if I won the lottery, I think I would go have just a room for paintings from seaside towns. For as long as I've been coming to Whitby, this little shop on the corner, not big enough to swing a cat, has always been here, and it's always sold old second-hand toys. Obviously a very keen interest in these does the shopkeeper have, as it's been there for many of years now. As I headed towards the famous Whitby steps up to the Abbey, again I was met by some great little quirky shops left and right. You have to spend the full day in Whitby to explore the sheer mammoth size of its activities, restaurants, you name it, everything. It was time to ascend the 199 steps up to the top of the Abbey. I took it very carefully here as I knew I had a long way to go, but I sped the footage up in a bit so you can get the idea of how long it actually took me to get up there. I always seem to manage to fit a church in on my videos, and again I have not been disappointed. The views from the top are quite spectacular, and I can't help but wonder how old some of these gravestones are. This one actually dates back to 1777. That is such a long time ago to know that that person once was walking around where I was now. I headed off towards the Abbey, as you can see the ruins, and you can partially get inside and have a little bit of a look around, but the main entrance is just to the right through the gates, and you will need an English Heritage Pass, or you can actually just pay in on the day. Sometimes it's worth paying the English Heritage membership for all the fantastic places they have in England, and you can have it for as little as £9 a month. The entrance to the Abbey is just straight ahead, and that little complex building there is actually a museum which they have recently just done out. It is quite a good day out there. As I was leaving, I saw this signpost. Could this perhaps be the next location of my next video? Hi guys, so that was my video of Whitby. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed coming here. I've been here a few times now, and it's really great to explore it in a bit more detail when you're actually documenting it. So like I say, I hope you really enjoyed it, and here again is my best bits from this documentary.